Alrighty. That is coming not out of my headphones. There we go. Sap green. Okay, this is a wild start. Okay. The green is where I have to start. Needs to be a little paler. Maybe there. Probably go a little darker, maybe. That looks close enough. And then Prussian blue. It's a very dark blue. Getting lighter. Some oil brush. Max size. And we'll start actually. I want to see how high it goes. Okay, so he drags it about halfway up the canvas. Okay. So we'll start there. I'd say that's about the blue I want to end up in. And we're going to start okay, I want to make that color first, and then I want to look at what I can do as a transition. Maybe we'll go here to start. Sort of lighter into this. Maybe something like that for this part here. And then we'll progress a little this way. Some darkness. And it'll be a little bit more into that blue. Each side. Let's go with that. It fills up the space towards the bottom. And it starts to get more and more of that blue filling. It gets darker and darker. Nice and simple, just like that. As we fill in a little bit more and just go darker and darker. We don't got to worry about adding green at this point because that would all be blended in to our dark colors here. Maybe just one more dark shade, a little dark one. We'll likely paint over this, but it's nice to have something to start working with. Alright, let's come back in here. Maybe flatten this top a little bit. Drag it in maybe. Where are we here? Maybe a little lighter, a little bit more green. Sure, we'll add it. Never mind, I don't like it. I do, however, really like that color right there. Right like that. We'll drag it out completely on both sides. There. We'll come in here and get this one. And just drag this out on either side just a little bit. And try to fill up some of that colorless space. These streaks that look like water. With varying sizes. Just drag this out maybe a little bit more like that. Just up and through. That comes down there, just like that. Just this one up here too. I'm going for this slightly darker color here. Drag this out some. This one just a little bit. Just because using dark and bold colors sometimes is fun. There we go. Let me just try to give that a little bit more of a peak there. There we go. Maybe just, there we go. Just connect that just the tiniest bit in the center. This sort of maybe downward stream from the center. Seems a little better for the top. And pull that back out a little bit. There we go. There we go. I think I'm alright with this. Maybe fill in some more of that space. Might be worthwhile to try to find a transition brush between, or transition color between these two. if I take this, actually if I just take this and select right there, that should give me just a little bit extra. Look at that. Blend that in a little bit more. More in between bits here. And just fill that space all in with color. Nice. Okay. Okay, next we're going for a yellow. Alright, does he just take yellow? Is that it? Yep, just yellow, cad yellow. We'll start with a brighter yellow. Okay, I see what's coming. Let me get one of these frames without his hand in it. There, that should do. It has this sort of light source that comes from here. There's going to be like a bush on this side and a tree on this side. But right now we'll just worry about the light source. We want warm colors and we want colors that can go and blend from green. So we'll just, actually we'll start right from yellow and just add some of this in here. Maybe I want that a little lower. Just here. Yeah. Perfect. We'll work out from the center here. And now we're going to go a lot lighter. Do a little bit. Take it in between. Do a little bit. Go back to this yellow. Bring it really bright. I want to bring it bright, and then I'm going to bring it back a little bit, just so I have some maybe inner spots of this that show really bright. I might go back on it, just to get rid of some of that green in there, because we're getting green on the outside. So now we're going to go to this one. Take another in between one. here. Trying to mix up some more of these colors. Yeah, those are fine. Just be a little bit more accurate with where we're pulling from. Here, this one's a pretty close one. Come back out here and pull those lines out a little bit more. Yeah, that's starting to get a little easier on the eyes. Nice. I'm going to go in here to this yellow and maybe pull that out. Just tiny bits. Yeah, sure. That looks alright. Just so easily makes the tree. Incredible. Yeah, so he just kind of cuts out the space by making trees in those areas. I almost had a good view of that. All kinds of little tree things happening. Okay, I will pause it there for now and use that. Uses the sap green and it looks much darker, so we'll go maybe here. And then let's say we're gonna have a tree that takes up actually I'm just gonna do it with the brush. Oil brush is king. Stomps all other brushes, I swear. Other way. Pull down. Say there's like a little bush here is where this is gonna start pulling out. And try not to fill all this space in quite yet. And then we're gonna have a tree that comes up here. Filling up this space. bushes down here. Densely packed. Just fill in that space. And then what the heck? We'll take out some more of this light with an actual branches that stick out a bit. Take up some more of that space before coming back. Sure, just like that. This is where this tree is kind of gonna exist. Just right in this space. There's some more bushes just down here. We'll come back to those in a bit. There we go. Let's see, this one kind of comes up this way. Yeah, just like that. It's kind of gonna pull in pieces from the top. There we go. Maybe a little less towards the center. So we can give this sort of two-layer look to this one. Just like that. There's going to be a tree there as well. There's also a big tree right over here. So we'll come a little darker now for this one. That's a big point that he makes, is that everything that's further away kind of has this fog blend to it where it gets lighter. So if you're going to do this multi-layer tree, instead of putting two trees that have this exact same color next to each other, I'll make one a little darker. And that way when it crosses over here, so this is just the bushes, say that'll be in front of this area. But when I come up like this, and say he's got a little bit of piece there. And he goes up and out of frame. There we go. Let's give him, say that. And this here. Maybe some of this. Add just another big old section of bush that comes out. And there we go. Look at this tree forming right in front of us. There we go. And create these edges. And then you're going to come back eventually and show more of what is in these dark spots, if you can. kind of highlight and unhighlight certain areas. I have War for or Territory by Sepultura stuck in my head right now. And it is... I don't know why it is stuck in my head while I'm painting right now, but it is just the way that it is. Sometimes you just get songs stuck in your head for no reason, I guess. And then here we can use this a little bit in these areas, in this tree, in the center, to kind of bring out some more darkness in the center of where we're starting these bushes. Look at that. It gives more and more depth to it. That's what we want. We want our painting to be alive. You don't want it to be perfect, all these colors. So what if there's a couple mistakes here and there in it? Just like that. Add a little bit, and then from here we'll go slightly darker. And kind of bring out this one too. Not like those last two. There we go. There. Lots to work with. So the next thing we're going to do is be adding all these trees to it. Perfect. Now I can see what's going on. Alright. Ooh, that's not the color that I want. That is also not the color that I want. Here? Yeah. Go a little bit more into that. And into this. Just in this area. Okay. So now we're going to go to our crayon. This size is probably best. We'll just go straight to a very dark brown. Right about there. Yeah, I'd say that's good. And then from here, we're just gonna pull this tree into existence. Long strokes. Maybe it comes a little this way and that way. And then he just rests right there. He's got another little branch that comes out here and just attaches right in. Say here we've got another one that starts up here. And he just comes down right like that. Another piece of him kind of rests right here. And there's some more that sits out this way, just like this. It all kind of meets at this big trunk right here. There we go. And say there's one more here. We'll go up a size. No, we won't. We'll go back down a size. We'll bring him right here for now. Bring him out this way a little bit and let our hand do some of the work. So what if it's a little crooked? And then from here we'll go for a tan color. Perfect. And we're going to go over this just like this. And try to follow along our line. Again, it's okay if it's not perfect, right? You want to be careful and follow along it, but it doesn't need to be perfect. And here's our next one here. I'll do this one a little quicker, so it's a little bit more of like, oh, you could say it's a mistake, but it's not. That's lesson one, right? And just be, if you're gonna mess up towards the light, right? It's better that you're closer to the light than further away from it. Say this guy comes out here too. And here's this one now. Ooh. Even if you don't mess up towards the light, no problem. Just gives your painting a little bit of life. There we go. Yeah, this one was seemed a little far. Now it seems like it connects much closer. We'll do this one right here. There's him. Right, and I have to add, so go back to our first color on this really thin one here, and we're just going to add just a couple trees in the background here, right, that just exist. Pull them out of existence, just creating little bits of hills and such. There we go, lots of little stuff. Go back to this color. Same idea, just pull them right out. Right out of existence. Or non-existence, I don't know. Just pull them into existence. That's what I should be saying. Right there. Bunch of little trees. Let's see if he adds more to that one all the way to the left. Nope. Okay, so now we're going to go from here and go even lighter. Right, nice and bright. Come back in, and now you want to try to follow that ledge right in there. Close enough. Crayon definitely looks best with individual strokes if you can be patient enough to hold it as it just connects in. The crayon is a remarkably fun tool. It does its job surprisingly well, as you can clearly see here, as it pulls the light all the way in from nowhere with these branches. And this one, I went a little far out there. That's okay. We want to give this one a little bit of size. I probably should have made it a little darker than everything else, but whatever. He didn't. I won't. Alright, now let's create these trees. Say there's one right here. And then there's another one right in there. We'll change its color just a little bit. Yeah, and we're just gonna paint right over everything. Actually, I want to select some colors from in here to kind of show. The center of these trees and such. And go a little darker there, yeah. In some of those areas, nice, just like that. We can add some of that to the outside. And come back and just select another color and just kind of work with it. There and here. There we go. Just pull that tree right out of there. Another happy little bush. I agree. Let's do that. We'll take this tree just down a little farther. We'll go down to here. Say there's another tree in the background there that we can't see as much. Come back to this color here. Keep on dragging it down. Give these ones here some color too. There we go, right like that. Those trees just form out of nowhere. There we go. Bring some life into this. Kind of pick a center spot and just pull it into there. wrong way. Alright, maybe if we work the other way, we go from a darker color and fill up some of this space here, because here's where we want one branch. Here's where we want another. Here's this kind of bit here. And now if we come through, say here's a bit of the light that's coming through, and here's a bit of light that's coming through up on top here. And then we'll work our color across as we form this tree here. There we go. Beauty. Right like that. Just pull in some of that color. Got some of this bright, really bright color here. Fuck it, we'll leave it. There we go. Just little bits out there. We'll create another one of these. Just right here. Yeah, bits and pieces of darkness down in these lower bits here. Pull some of it out here and there. Yeah, why not? Just add little bits. That shows some real bush and grass on the ground. And create another bush raid here. so now we're going to go to much more yellow for a moment. And I just want to pull bits and pieces out here that look like they're already kind of highlighting themselves. And just highlight them a little more, especially on this edge. There we go. Okay, we'll just pull some of these out a little more. Just like that. And give some more life to our trees, right? They're in the nice warm sun. It's a beautiful day here yesterday. Maybe they're just getting to enjoy the sun for the first time in a while too. Right, like that. I'm going to put another bush right in this area here. So we're going to go from here, because we're going to fill up this space. I want to put this. I'm going to fill up some of this space with this tree right here. So we'll go like this. We'll pull it right out. Pull a big old circle out. Say this is where this is going to exist. And just pull it into the center like that. I'm going to come in with some of these darker colors and redo. The very center. And come in with something a little brighter. And then we'll start following our line of light here. You know, and it's MS Paint, no fancy tools. I'm using my mouse. Everyone else is just as capable of doing this. You know, you could go to your local library and spend a little bit of time painting, and I think you would be very surprised at what you are capable of creating in a program like MS Paint, for example. Right? Look at those just form. Beautiful, beautiful trees. And now we're going to paint this one here. So first let's go here, and then we'll edit it so that it's a little more green and a little bit more showing. We'll make a big, maybe it's a really big, strong tree that takes up all this space right here, right in the foreground, and pull some of these bushes out. There we go. This is where this mighty tree is going to exist, right in here. Just like that. Take some of this color. Go a little darker. A little more green. There we go. And start pulling some of it. Same idea, you know, we have our light source, so we want most of it to come from. Still in the early colors, so you want to fill it up lots. It gives the tree lots of little motions and movements, and shows that it's moving in the wind or rustling. And we don't want to go too light, right? This will probably be the lightest we go on this one back here, because it's so much farther away from our light source, right? Don't want to go too crazy. Some more of this space back here. That's not the one color I wanted. Yeah, that's the color I wanted. And fill in some of these gaps there. Wonderful. Let's create, I think, another little bush right in front. Let me see again what's going on first. The almighty fan brush. So we're just going to build some terrain here. And another bush. Maybe two more. We'll do one right here. I'll grab this color. And I'll do another one that kind of sits behind it. So I'll do the one that sits behind it first, which takes up all this space here. Take some of that dark color and pull that back out. Put some down here too. And then we'll go into here. And pull some of this out. Here we go. I'll put some here too. And then we'll go to some of this lighter bit here. And just the tiniest bit in front to show that it's on different heights. Right. Just little bits we can toss in here and there. Maybe little bits is sneaking, little bits of light are sneaking through. Why not? Of course they are. It's the woods. Little bits of light is sneaking through everywhere. And then we'll take this and we'll create another little bit of bush right on the bottom of this tree. Who knows? Maybe it's got a branch that's coming towards you can't see. Take some of this. Drag it into the center. Go here. Drag it more into the center. I want to show that this is a bush in front of this tree, especially. There we go. Sure. And we just leave some of that dark in the background. Why not? If you're in the woods, some dark, some light. Okay, let's bring all this stuff other way. A little closer in here and create some sort of hills into the center of this photo, into this painting. Yeah, let's just drag out these bushes just a little more. So what if we're going to fill the space up? It gives us something to work with. Somewheres to bring the stream we are about to put in here down to something. There we go. I don't like that last one. I have to leave that out of there. We'll take some of this stuff and drag it down. Right, a little bit of darkness in there never hurt anybody. A little bit of extra pull to show, look at that depth come out there. Won't we just add a little bit here and there. Anywheres where it shows up too much, you just go back over it with a lighter brush. Okay. This is going to be so hard to make and paint. Jesus. Okay, before I start doing that, I'm going to see how this moves. Wait, what color was it? That's important too. Magic white and a little bit of firm white. It's just whites. Okay, so it comes right out of here. Okay. And now I gotta create bubbly stuff. Oh, I know what will work. The crayon brush. Oh my god, it totally is gonna work. Especially if I just... There, some more bubbly stuff there. There's some more bubbly stuff here. It comes over this way for a little bit before it heads back around this. Okay. Let's see if I can create anything out of this. Excuse me. Yeah, it's all bubbly all over the place here. As it kind of gets pulled back and forth. And then what we'll have, we got the right brush, we gotta go here. Another waterfall, he says. Just like a little rock here. That kind of works. Ooh, I actually really like the way that looks. With like another little rock there that it's bouncing around. There we go. And then we'll go here, we'll go slightly bigger. And create this as our foamy area now. Before that, we'll go back to this brush, back to this size. What, we pulled it? Yeah, we did. Okay, so we'll pull it back up over here too. Pull it up and just, there it is, churning over. each side. Create some of this space in here. And we need to go back, adding a little bit of this blue into here and kind of mix up. Let's go and create more of that churning water feeling. There we go. We'll just pull that back up and out. Hot take, we're gonna go into this green color and just go little bits. Yeah, with this brush. I need a more impactful green. There we go. Some of these greens are mixing in with the water, right? We used green in our water the first time. We're going to pull some of these green actions out just a little bit here as they go closer to our teal color. This is where it's coming from. We got bits and pieces here. Pull that a little bit. Right up and out. Yeah, and then it spreads out a lot now. So go back here, back to this one, back to this color, and it really gives way now. We'll give another thing of bubbles right there. Okay, before we get into that, we're going to finish painting those brushes, this brush size. This comes crashing down into here. I'll pull some of that running water right back out of it. nice blue. I'm just gonna pull some of this space out just like that. We'll go back to this one here and this color. And we'll just pepper in just some color here and there. Right like that. It's just going right. Pull a little down from the top with this white. I think that'll give us the effect we're looking for. Yeah, I think so. A bit there. A little bit there. A little bit there. Sometimes you can just hide these little brushwork techniques in here. They don't show up at all. But it still creates that foamy presence that we're looking for. Back to brown. So now we're going to create these stone shapes. Do just these straight, somewhat straight edges here. Just fill in some of this space. We're going to go even darker. There we go. There's that. Let's say there's a bit that comes right in through here. Just like a little ridge right there. And we'll put another one. Say another little stone right in here. And a big one right in front here. Just like that. Now we'll come in with some of this lighter colors here. And it's a rock, so we can be all sorts and over the place. But don't forget where your light's coming from. Right. And create sharp edges, maybe with it. Right. And pull that down a little bit right there. There's one. Let's say there's one, two. There's another one. Ah, bumps up like that, sure. That creates our little edge. And then this one's just got a little bit big top and just a little on the side there. Just like that. Pulls that right out of there. And take some more bushes and we'll put them in between. I kind of blend that stuff in. Just toss little bushes in. And kind of make it blend into the photo there. Right, just like that. Just like it's on the riverbed. Come back to this brown, this brush, this here. And we'll put just a little stone right here maybe. He just wants to come out and play for a little bit. And then we'll put another one right here, slightly bigger one. Maybe he needs a lot of space. There we go. We just pull him right out. And drop the size down. And just pull those rocks right out there. Look at that. There we go. We can even pull their edges out a little bit. Right, I got little bits and cracks over top of them that make them show slightly more edges here and there. There we go. Splash some water up on them. Absolutely. There. We've got some water here. Look at that. Getting hit with a little bit of water. All over the place. Look at that. That's what it'd be making. That's the sound you'd be hearing. Just like that as it fans out. Oh, we're going to do a big waterfall. So we're here and we're just going to pull it right out. Right along this line. Okay. different levels to our waterfall too, right? Some of it's down here, maybe it's back up again a little bit. Always keeping with that bit of an arc as it comes in. Right there, just create another little waterfall. It's got some different layers to it. I'll come back in. This is the color that I want. Give our waterfall some depth. We've got to round it up and over here. There it goes. Let's take a little bit of this green. We've been using this green a little bit to help blend stuff in. Maybe we'll go a little bit more teal with it now. Since we're a little lower and closer to our other water source. Some of that out. We'll go back to the white and pull these edges once more from the top and the bottom. There it comes. We'll even make it a little dark. Darker right in here where it finishes. And then back to this brush. Here we go. Alright, and now I want more full colors now. We're gonna make splashes out here. And since we're so close, we're gonna do this now. Comes. We'll have another little bit here. And this extends kind of over this way. Like this. More like this. Make it a little darker here. Fill in some more of this space. fill in some of this space here. Fill in some of this space just like that. And then we'll make it look like it's dancing around. Bubbly water, we can fill this up lots. Lots and lots of color around. Or I suppose there's lots and lots of white. So lots and lots of motion is what I should say. There they come. So let's fill that space in a little more. I kind of blend those straight lines in. Oh, my hand's getting sore. What are we hitting? Hour and a half mark. Roughly another hour of painting left. That's a pretty good spot. Leave his hand there. That gives me kind of what's going on in this area. Okay, back to this brush. Back to this size. And we're gonna take some of this smaller size for now. Just want to pull some of those out a little more. There we go. Pulls right out into, right out of there. So now we're going to create a little Maybe some rocks right here. Maybe that's what we'll do right in that area. Take our brush. We're going to put some trees right there, but we'll put bushes right there. We'll put a rock right here. Make it a little darker. Right in this area. I don't want to cross over too much. There it comes. Right like that. A big old rock just in this space. There he comes. We'll put a bush next to him or something. Or maybe another little rock right here first. Right like that. Right on that sort of riverbank area. Yeah, we'll cut off just a little bit for now. Oh, excuse me. This is that tan color I was using. Give it a little bit more color now. Change the brush size. And first here, let's make this one down here pop first. Because that'll be the one that doesn't want to pop once we get going. There he goes. So it creates a strong line up top. And then this one we're going to do it just on the top. So pull these out a little more. There we go. It's got a nice big flat top, and then it'll drop here. Right into that space. Just like that. Look at that. Another happy little rock. And we'll take some of this color, this size, and we'll just fill in that area. Bring some dark out first. Just put some bushes in this space. And we'll take some of this color. And then we'll go nice and bright. And put some highlights in this area. Bring it to life. Wake it up inside. There we go. Look at that. Maybe some more highlights there. And then we're gonna do a new bush. This is what I want. 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 A new bush right in front here. In this area. No. There. That's not the color I was just using. This is the color I was just using. I want it to be just slightly darker. As we create this bush that's got to exist right here. And then we're just gonna highlight it a little bit there. And pull some of this bush out. There we go. Another bush just exists in this area. Sure. Smaller bush. For this one. And we'll just pull bits and pieces out there. Just like that. Got another bush that's going to fill up this area here. So we're going to go first with this color. And this bush is going to go right here. We'll just put another rock in this area, I think. Go. We're just going to pull this shape out. Right there. But first we'll take some of this rock in this size. And we're just going to create a little bit of a rock. Right here. Right in this area. Take some of that, take some of this, and we'll just pull right out here. There we go. Create a nice little top for them. And then just create that edge, create this edge. Wonderful. Back to here, back to this brush. We'll fill them in with some plant. We'll fill these ones in with some plant too. Both there and there. Right, little bits of plant that stick out into that space. Right, pulling bits of everything into everything. Right. Take this brush and now we'll just splash a bit up on this. Right. Splash a bit into that space too, right? Splash out from the center of where it's coming down. There we go. This brush here. And I want this one. And we're just gonna pull some more of this bush out, right? There we go. Lots of green in this painting. Lots of fun greens and blues to work with. Let's go with this dark color for a moment. I want to fill in some of this center space with this very dark. And then we'll go much lighter here. much lighter again. Not light enough. There we go. And then we'll just finish making this bush appear here. There we go. Just like that. Oh. And now we're going to have a triple line of bushes here. So first let's go to our darkest color that we have so far. And we're going to put one, actually I want to increase size. Right here. Coming into that space. And now we'll go a little darker again. That's a lot darker. I just want it a little darker. I'm going to create another bush that exists right here. And then we're going to create a final one that exists right here. Let's go back up to the top then. There we go. Last one. War for territory. Fuck, that's such a good song. It's not dark enough. Run out of the space. I like tilt my screen so I can fit the canvas size on it. Okay, so there's a whole bunch of stones on this one. So yeah, let's finish up this other side here. So first we'll go here, but we'll go a little darker. We want to bring this down in front like that. Give it some edges. This would be our light color for this one. There we go. We'll go here. It's slightly darker. Change the size on this a little bit to kind of get into this space down here. Maybe we'll put a little rock or something like that in there later on. And pull these edges out here. Bits of twigs and leaves and sticks and stuff sticking out across the water. This for our bright. Nope, it's got to be a little brighter. This for our bright color. As it disappears into the back there. And then we'll just go darker from here to create this sort of new or unique color for this front one here. There we go. Some of that in, and then we're just going to come in here with some of this, and just toss some of those in willy-nilly and try to show where some of those bushes are meant to be coming in and out. What's closer, we can actually still see a bit of the sun. Just like that. Right, now there's some rocks in here. Here, darker, this size. So now we're going to do this sort of flat rock that runs along here, right to the edge. And it's got a bit of size to it. And then it's got another face here. There we go. Pull it right out. And then we'll come back to this color. Get a little bit more into it. I want to go a little bit more brown Brown's a hard color to kind of get to sometimes. Maybe there. That feels a little bit more brown. We'll kind of let it fade out a little bit there. As it gets towards the back, and we're going to cover it up with stuff anyway. Gotta get this look. And then we'll pull some of these out a little bit again. Does that look nice before? We'll just incorporate it. Why not? Always just incorporate it. There we go. That'll do. We'll come up and we can touch those up later. Yeah, all we gotta do is just do an in-between color. And just kind of throw it darker in between color. Right there. Just come and toss it in here. And give our rock maybe a little bit more texture there. There we go. And color more of the rock with it. Maybe more of these rocks with it too. You can hardly see it, but who cares? Here we go. And then here, let's take some of this bush, this size. Maybe some of it, this bush is sitting out over top of this. Right. This bush is taking up lots and lots of space all over the place. Taken away from that. But it's also getting, no, I don't want any size, I want this one, I don't want any color. No, I do want a different color, I want this color here. This is splashing up into here. I don't really like that last one. That one. Yeah, and it's splashing up over onto this rock here. And up into here a little bit. And up into here. Oh, other way. Here a little bit. So now we'll take this color. Create a little stone just in the center of the water here. That comes out this way. And has another little peak over here. Just peeking out. Ooh, that was a little too far. There we go. Oh, that's a sick one. That's a little bit too much. There we go. I'll just take some of this highlight. highlighter here. Maybe we'll just do it like this one. Just like that. And just pull it right out. I don't like that second last one there. There we go. Should we go back in with this color, but go on the smaller size? Try to pull that edge a little more. And this one too. Sure. And it's deep in, or not deep in the water, but it's in the water, so we need to make sure to take it and pull it into the water, just like that. This is the fun part. Okay. Okay, that is brown. This is the brush we'll be using. We're gonna pull a tree right down from here. Yeah. So we're gonna pull a tree right like this. Actually, I'm gonna do this part from down here because I do want to give him a nice peek. There he comes. Right out. We'll pull him right down off screen. The other part of him is sitting right about here. An old, old dead tree, he says. We'll pull this in just a little bit. And the same thing here. We're just gonna pull this twig right out. Can't be that one, it's gonna be smaller. Okay, so there's a couple extra of these guys. He's got another little branch coming off this way. That's about here. And another one like here. That comes in. It's got a little branch that comes off it there. And then we've got another little bit that comes in this way. Ooh, tricky. See if I can replicate it. Oh. And then I just need to take this and fill that line in. And fill this in this way. I'm actually going to take this line on this brush. That's not what I want. There we go. bit more show to them. Let's pull a little one in there just like that. Look at that. Pull another one right across here. Just like that. Oh yeah, let's have a broken one. Hell yeah, I'll dig it. Yeah, just like that. Broken. Just like that. Yeah, we'll pull some of these in. Just put little marks on him here and there. And then we'll go much later. And come in and do some more. Yeah, we want to show that that's coming from two different directions. There we go. Oop. There we go. Look at that. He's coming up out of nowhere. Oop, I like that one. Fill some of these out a little more. We'll just pull bits and pieces out of this. Oh, and he needs a little friend? Of course he needs a little friend. A little rock friend. Whoop, don't want that. We've already got a really dark color. We don't. So we'll put our little rock friend right here. He comes this way, and just like that. We'll go a little darker. We can go a little darker and it'll still be safe. It's still gonna look like a rock. There he comes right out. Let him have some nice edges. Come up this way and have another little piece emerge right there. I like sometimes not filling in my rocks all the way, especially if there's green behind it. So it makes it really easy to follow along with. Okay. Maybe I will just go back to this size. This side seems to work well for me. You kind of get the shape of it as I go. It bumps up a little bit more there. And it flattens out. Just like that. There we go. Here he comes, just like that. Another little edge there. And then we'll pull these trees, plants, and such back in front of them. Slightly bigger size. There he is. We'll pull the trees and colors back out everywhere here. I think that does it. At roughly the 2.5 hour mark again. I'd say this is about done. Let's sign it right over here. Oh. There we go. All done. We have created a nice little stream in our time. We'll wait till he's done before. Oh, I actually like the spot he signs a little more. We'll do it over here, actually. Blend me right in. No, I didn't mean to click that. Happy painting indeed. Take the CCs off for a second. There's his. There's mine. Yeah, I ran out a little bit of space on the bottom here. I could probably stand do a little bit more. We'll just take this color and this size. And we'll just drag it down just a tiny bit more there. Increase the color. There, just like that. Put some sticks and such over there. So yeah, so there we have it. We have our wonderful painting done and done. You couldn't ask for a better painting, I'd say. Alrighty. If you tuned in, thank you for tuning in. And if not, we hope to see you next time. Bye.